why have you stopped seeing? I used to like see the world like as a kid. I used to see it like very like almost like bright in a way with a like a casting sunset, and it's almost as if becoming an adult has like made me blind to seeing things that way. Even just seeing like simple things, it's very like dull, black and white, and it's kind of hard to bring back that color to certain things. And I realized that going towards things that like actually make me happy and bring me like joy in life in a way is really the only way to see that way again. And it seems like really like it's like an obvious like duh, like you have to do those things, or like it's like duh, that's what's gonna make you happy in a way. But like when your whole like day in like life kind of just feels like okay, like I gotta wake up, I gotta go to work, be exhausted at work, come home and try to like decompress in a way. It's like damn, am I even like doing something that makes me happy? And last night I had just started doing something that like subtly like brings me joy, like not like super like in your face, like yeah, this is like bringing me like happiness, but like it brings like a level of like peace. And I think like those little things, like I was talking about, like enjoying and like finding happiness in the mundane. I think like doing things like that, even if it doesn't seem like the most exciting thing in the world, doing things like that like is what like slowly builds the happiness. And it's like it's what builds you. It's like kind of like what builds your life in a way. And I feel like the best way to put it is through like this TikToker I saw. Um, damn, something spiral. I like put in the description, but it's like she was saying like your journey to life is like a mountain, and how mountains when they form they're moving at like 5 centimeters a year, and at some point they meet and then they rise up to the peak. But what your life is, like who you are, isn't the peak of that mountain. It's just the slow and like unseen build to that peak. And I feel like doing things that bring you sense of like a sense of peace and happiness is like what builds that. Like what I was doing last night, I was just like writing, and like that's like a slow process of like I feel like what's building of who I am. I feel like making these videos is like also a slow building process of that as well. And nobody's really gonna see it at all. And I think that's why it's important to like be more private as well and not to post everything. Whether it's like just like tweeting about it or like putting it on your story or anything like that. I feel like it can be important to keep the unseen actually unseen. Because I feel like once you hit that peak, I feel like that kind of makes you a bit more of an interesting person to connect with and talk with. Because once you talk to them and you start to peel back those layers of who they are, it's like obviously like yes, this wasn't an overnight thing, but it took a lot of this time and patience and consistency. And I feel like once you realize when you're talking to them, once you realize how much consistency it actually took to get them to that place, I feel like it'll make you feel a lot better knowing that you didn't do something just overnight, or yeah, like you failed at this thing like 12 times. That's perfectly fine. Like you're not special. Like you're probably gonna fail like over 100 times or something like that, or it's probably gonna take you over 100 tries or 1,000 tries to get somewhere or get to a point. So yeah, I think it's important. You know, treat your life like a mountain. It's bugs out here. I'm about to eat these cheeses, I ain't gonna lie. But y'all be easy. Y'all take it easy. The bugs is out. But hey, game is game. Peace.